Welcome to your daily focus for July the 14th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing with family and friends. Thank you for ringing the bell. Now, I don't know why, because YouTube does this grand thing where, they want to know pretty well every part of what you are putting out there. And you're rated on it, but somebody told me that hitting the bell, it was saying that this wasn't appropriate for children. So I don't know what I say that would harm a child. In fact, I think that we should bring up our children a little bit more on the spiritual level and get them to know themselves. And their whole worlds could probably change. So, if anything, bring your kids on. I don't swear. I don't use potty words. Um, I'll have to look into why YouTube has me rated that way. Because I've watched other readers that just drop the F bomb every other word, and they're appropriate for children. So, anyways, we'll figure that out. But trust me when I say that you can. I leave all my videos up, so find one that's not appropriate for children. I double dare you. Um, So my little rant's over. 14 is, all I can see in the 14. Usually I start off with the 14 as it's having more by having less. But I immediately got that angel standing with one foot on the ground and on the land and one foot in the water, and mixing the two chalices together to get that perfect match. And it's almost like we're bringing the dualities of ourselves into balance. Maybe it's male, female, maybe it is emotion and intellect, and bringing these two more into a balance. So, two opposing forces within you. Maybe you lack something that you want to enhance in your life. Maybe you need to downsize something that is very prominent inside of you, and understanding how to work more into a balance. Maybe you're a very impatient person, and so you're going to try and count to 10 to bring in that patience, that bring in that understanding. Or maybe you're just a little too easygoing, and you're going to start forcing yourself to stand up, to have a voice. So I think, I'm almost getting like the duality, and bringing the dualities together. We have the sun opposing, I think it was Jupiter yesterday. I think it's Pluto today. Probably next week it's going to be Saturn. So when we have those oppositions happening in the sky, the sun shining brightly, we're trying to find the balance of two halves and coming together on it, not feeling so out of balance, so out of sorts, not feeling like the round peg going into the square hole, but feeling a simplicity about ourselves, an understanding about ourselves and who we are, and how we can master our emotion and our intellect to work as one going forward. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it would be a 16, and that's the Tower energy. The 16 is about tearing down the walls, letting go of the burdens, the bondage, the chain around the ankle, so to speak. It's about something leaving your life, exiting your life, dissipating from your life. Something that is going to allow you to build the path that you want to walk with a firm foundation, with a solid foundation. 1 plus 6 is 7, so that is really standing in your truth with the 7 energy. So where do you need to stand more in your truth? Where do you maybe need to say something where you've held back? Where do you need to hold back, where you kind of speak your mind before you even think out loud, or think in your mind? You're already saying it. Where are you too blunt and you need to put a little bit of empathy into your words? Where do you put too much empathy when you just need to be a little blunt? Where do you stand in your independence, and where do you merge within the crowds? Where do you hold back love, and where do you share it freely? sun is in Capricorn, or Capricorn. It is not in Capricorn. Everything else is in Capricorn. The sun is in Cancer. So it's opposing Capricorn. Does that count? The moon is in Taurus all day today. I think all day today, all day tomorrow. So it's about the five senses. It's about grounding ourselves. It's about, it's the five senses. It's a sensual sign, actually, Taurus. It's enjoying the luxuries and the beauty through our sight, through our hearing, through our taste, through our touch. So in Taurus, we take a more grounded approach. Absolutely. We're not so pie in the sky. We're not willing to act so much on theory. We want to see the proven tests in where we are going and what we are doing. That the magician comes out first. Keep it positive today on where you want to go, on what you want to create. Even if you are looking towards releasing something in your life, understand that that release is going to open up a window, a door, a pathway for you that wasn't open before. Maybe it's a healing that needs to happen. So understand the positive benefits to what you are letting go of, what you are completing, what you are moving away from. Because we are in that lunar eclipse energy. We are in that full moon energy. And it's not really a time to start something new, but to prepare the way for something new. And so we have to make space in our life for the new to come in, for the joy to come in. So expect the magic, expect the miracles. We have the Four of Wands. This is a little bit of a celebration kind of card. Marriage card, absolutely. This is where we might be partnering with somebody, meeting somebody and coming together and feeling like you've known them forever. Very strong relationships are made on a day like today when the Four energy comes up. When the Four of Wands especially. And it's about celebrating the little things. It's not about the grand picture. It's about the little things, the memories you make on your path to get to the big things in life. Here we have four simple wands stuck in the ground. We've hung up, a little bit of a lanyard, so to speak, just to make it kind of look a little bit more festive. And we are imagining perhaps the castle that we are building in the background. This is about marriage. This is about proposals. This is about coming together, connecting with each other, becoming twice as strong because you are united with another person on a mission, on a journey. This could be a best friend. This could be a child. This could be a parent. This could be a soulmate. This could be somebody within your community. And the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups talks about that new path. That new path that we want to venture on. The cups behind us tell us that we have to turn our back on some of the comforts, some of the things that we have grown to just have in our life, that we rely on being there. So we could have a little bit more of an unsettled approach today. I mean, we have the moon in Taurus, and yet this card is saying we need to move away from the things that we cherish, the things that we love sometimes, in order to open the door for a new beginning, a new start. It's very much like you have that same job for 15 years. And you've grown accustomed to those people, and you like those people, and they like you, and you've been over to their house, they've been to yours, you've gone out for dinner or drinks a few times. And it's a comfortable experience, but you know that comfortable experience isn't allowing you to step into that new business venture, that new career choice, pushing out of the boundaries, breaking that glass ceiling. And so it's not the easiest of cards, because we know that our lives are very full And we know that we need to have some kind of completions, endings, closures, healing in our life in order to open up the way, open up the space perhaps for that new beginning, that new start, that new relationship, that new hobby, that change in routine. Maybe we like getting up in the morning. We've always got that morning where it's all to ourselves and whatnot. And so we make ourselves a hot beverage, a coffee, a tea, and we sit down and we turn on our favorite show and we get right into it and we just sit there. And it maybe, even though that's comfortable and we love it and it's part of our routine, maybe we want to work on our health and well being. And it's the perfect time to really just go for a jog or a walk or a bike ride or a hike, or maybe it's time to just stretch out on a yoga mat, or maybe it's time to make ourselves a healthy breakfast instead of sitting in front of the TV first thing in the morning. Even though it makes us feel comfortable, it makes us feel like we're grounded, makes us feel like we're balanced and in control, we could utilize that time for something better. And so walking away from that may sound quite easy, but it's actually a very difficult process. On a day like today's energy, it's a little easier to come to terms with, this isn't helping me, this isn't moving me forward, this no longer is an advantage in my life, it's become a disadvantage in my life, it's working against me. Let's get a mantra going here through our mystical wisdom cards. So we started with the Magician. Now, one thing I didn't mention is the Magician, when he usually comes out in the first place, I do remind you that the Magician is just a trickster, really. You know, he's the one that pulls that coin out from behind your ear. And we know in reality that coin was never actually there, but boy, are we fooled when he pulled that coin out, because it had to be there. Where else would it have come from? So Taurus kind of keeps us very grounded. So it's a very good energy to have in having the magic appear in our lives, because we can see the faults. We can see the faults a little bit more clearer. Somebody says, oh, I've got a great idea and we're going to do it this way and this is opening up. And yet you're going to sit there and go, even though it sounds like a great idea and I want to get on board, I need a little bit more fact. I need a little bit more reason. I need a little bit more information. I have that desire. I have that passion, but I need the understanding to come in. So our card for today is moving forward, get ready for positive change. And that is definitely a true statement. Moving forward. What does that feel like? Not being stuck in the same place. So if anything, you know, I'm kind of getting the routine thing is, you know, it could be routines, it could be relationships. We could just hang around with that crowd of people because, well, you know, they just make us feel comfortable. And even though they probably are not on the same path as you, and you want to do something new and you want to do something different, and you realize that these people that you are hanging around with are actually weighing you down instead of moving you forward, even though there's a comfort level there. So it could be people in our lives, but I'm thinking more it's our routines or our habits, our behaviors, and breaking free of something, allowing ourselves to actually move forward. It's like we've been sitting in that boat, but we haven't gone anywhere, and we finally realize that the rope is tied us to the shore. So it's time to undo the knot. It's time to float out and see where we go. And yes, here's the thing where the Taurus moon comes in and says, well, we just can't float around. So we take inventory. Well, we got a life jacket. We got a couple of oars. Hey, we even have a motor there and a half a tank of gas. Like, maybe we are ready for this. Maybe we should start that motor. Maybe we should just paddle out a little bit first and see how it goes. Maybe we should wear the life jacket because I don't even know if I can swim. But until I know, I'll wear it and be safe. So it's about taking those safe and cautious steps, but within a new experience or a new flavor, so to speak. Moving forward. Situations and events of the past are clearing and making way for new positive changes. Turn a negative experience into a positive and a more rewarding future. You have the resources and ability to move forward now. Take a leap of faith, knowing the angels will open doors for you and present a clearer and smoother road ahead. Don't let fear or stagnation hold you back. The mantra is, I'm ready to move forward with confidence. I'm ready to move forward with confidence. I am. I'm ready to move forward with confidence. I have the confidence and I'm moving forward with it. Moving forward with a confidence. Don't let fear or stagnation or procrastination hold you back. We've been talking about a few things that can move us past the procrastination. Instead of saying should, say could. I should do my taxes. I could do my taxes. I should clean up the dishes. I could clean up the dishes. It puts a different spin on things. It makes your mind hopeful, like there's something to do, that there's an action involved. Should almost calls you a failure. I should do the dishes, and then you turn away from it because you said should instead of could. The could is the open invitation. Or anytime you want to say, I'll do it later. That's a good one, I'll do it later. You sat there in front of the TV, you got a plate, you got an empty bowl, you got an empty cup. I'll get it in the morning. The minute you say, I'll do it later, make a stance and say, I have to do it now. Because if I'm letting the little things go in my life, I can guarantee myself that I'm letting the big opportunities go in my life. So let's start with the little. So I could take those dishes into the kitchen tonight. Another one is doing the whole activity, not just part. So when you wake up in the morning, you're not completely awake and out of bed until your bed is made. When you eat a meal, you're not completely done the meal until the dishes have been washed and put away, or at least rinsed and put into the dishwasher. So look at what parts of your life where you kind of do half the job instead of the whole job. Half the task instead of the whole task. Maybe one of those little tricks will motivate you to spend the next 5 minutes doing something and tell yourself, after 5 minutes, I quit. You ever try and clean out a junk drawer in 5 minutes? No, you're there for 3 hours. But if you tell yourself you're just going to do it for 5 minutes and that's it, then you're going to stop. Chances are you won't. Once you start motivating yourself, pushing through some of the mundane or the effort that you have, or the thought process. We'll get an animal card here. Who do we have today? Tangled Wishes. The ladybug appears. Ask for assistance, healing, angels, path, and manifest. Crying is all right in its own way while it lasts, but you still have to stop sooner or later, and then you still have to decide what to do. The ladybug originated in Europe during the Middle Ages when insects were destroying the crops. Legend says the Catholic farmers prayed to the Virgin Mary for help. It wasn't long before ladybugs appeared and ate the pests that were destroying the crops. The farmers referred to the bug as the beetles of Our Lady, with the red wings representing the Virgin Mary's cloak, and the black spots her joys and sorrows. So the message with the ladybug is to let go, ask for help, and then accept that help. We receive messages frequently, but are often too stressed out or too contained within our own grief, or maybe just too stubborn to see the messages between the worlds. Whether you have experienced a death, a divorce, a breakup, maybe you just feel like you've lost your life purpose, it's easy to get caught up in the negative. The smog only gets deeper and deeper the longer you allow yourself to sit within it. How do you get out of the smog? You sit and just be. So many times when we are experiencing a loss, we are afraid of going within our mind and actually grieving. And it's okay to grieve. It doesn't mean you're weak. It makes you human, and it's part of the healing process. It is also all right for you to seek assistance from those who can help. Know that angels, spirit guides, animal guides, and those here on this earthly plane are ready and willing to assist. You just have to make the first move. Just like Christmas lights, our life's wishes can be a tangled up mess. Step by step, with patience, perseverance, you can untangle your wishes into something actual and real. Life is good. Have faith that you can move forward. Your path may be a tangled mess now, but you have to believe. Because sitting there, sulking in sadness, won't help you get to where you want to go. It's time now for you to dream. It is time to manifest your goals and be clear upon your wishes. So, first and foremost, you want to see where you're going, what you are aiming for, what your goal is, what your definition of success is, what your definition of abundance is, what your definition of peace or harmony or balance is. And then apply a patience, apply a perseverance, get motivated, start doing, ask for help, and expect those miracles and those wishes to come true. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.